Hi guys, welcome to my channel Samiksha Insights, where I keep reading books. Today we'll be reading summary of the book Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. As you know, I'm a writer and I also have my own books, two poetry books available on Amazon. So you can search by my name and get my books. So for today, let's get started. This beautiful book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Why do some people work their whole life and still struggle with money while others become financially free? This is exactly what the book Rich Dad Poor Dad talks about. In this video, I'll share the most powerful lessons from this book that completely change the way we think about money. Robert Kiyosaki talks about two fathers in his life. One was his real father, the poor dad. He was highly educated, had a good job, but always struggled financially. The other was his best friend's father, the rich dad. He was not only highly educated, but he understood how money works and eventually became very wealthy. Both fathers gave advice about money, but their thinking was completely different. Rich won't work for money. This is the lesson 1. One of the biggest lessons from this book is this: the rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. Most people are trapped in a cycle: study, get a job, earn salary, pay bills, and repeat. They work harder and harder, but the money never feels enough. Rich people think differently. Instead of only working for salary, they focus on creating assets that generate income. Lesson number 2. Understand assets versus liabilities. This is probably the most famous concept from the book. Robert Kiyosaki explains money in a very simple way. Assets put money in your pocket. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Examples of assets are businesses, investments, rental properties, stocks. Examples of liabilities are expensive cars, credit card debt, things that only cost money but don't generate income. Many people think they are getting rich by buying expensive things, but actually they are just increasing their liabilities. So let's head to lesson number 3 from this beautiful book. Financial education is important. One powerful idea from the book is that schools teach us how to work for money, but not how to manage money. We learn maths, science, history, but very rarely do we learn how money works, how investments work, how taxes work, how to build wealth. That's why financial education is extremely important. Lesson number 4 is don't be afraid of failure. The rich dad in the book teaches something very interesting. Most people avoid opportunities because they are afraid of losing money. But wealthy people see failure as a learning experience. Instead of saying, "What if I lose?" they ask, "What can I learn?" Lesson number 5 is mindset matters. The biggest difference between rich and poor people is often mindset. Poor mindset says, "I can't afford it." Rich mindset asks, "How can I afford it?" One mindset stops you from thinking, the other forces you to find solutions. So the biggest message from Rich Dad, Poor Dad is this: don't just work for money. Learn how money works. Build assets, not liabilities. Improve your financial knowledge and start thinking differently about wealth. If you found this summary helpful and you have learned a little bit from this book summary, which is a Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, then let me know in the comments. Also tell me which book you want in next summary, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you soon with a new book in my upcoming video. So stay tuned and bye bye.